Doom 2016 is one of my favorite games. It's fast, good looking, and feels good to play. Doom was a safer shooter game for me in a time where most other shooters I played were, well, how should I put this? Bad. Now, in 2016, Doom was among other good shooters of the year, but I personally didn't actually play Doom until earlier this year. I had heard good things about it, I just never seemed to stop and give it a try. But one day, I did. And it was super freaking awesome! Doom is a game that plays so effortlessly and fluidly that you're sold within 30 minutes of the game. Doom's intro literally has you break out of chains and smash a demon's head with one of your hands. The game then introduces you to the pistol, which you'll probably never use unless you're completely out of ammo. The shotgun is the weapon you get after the pistol, and as soon as you get it, you know you're going to use the shotgun a lot more. It's just not even a competition. The game also shows off glory kills in the intro. Glory kills are small cinematics for killing enemies in the most brutal way possible when you've gotten their health down low enough. Glory kills serve a purpose as showing the player just how powerful and ruthless Doom Guy is. The glory kill you get can depend on what direction you're approaching an enemy from. This means there's plenty of variety when it comes to glory kills. Even if you get repeating ones, they never really get dull because they look so awesome. Doom also gives you a huge arsenal of weaponry, which in turn gives you plenty of different options when it comes to approaching and killing enemies, thus strengthening the game's replayability. The weapons in Doom are given to you through certain points in the game. Most of these weapons have something special that appeal to certain playstyles. A couple of examples. The assault rifle is for people who want to mow down enemies but not get too up close and personal with the fiery beasts of hell. The gauze cannon gives players a powerful shot at enemies but restricts them to slow movement if they want to charge up a shot to plow through the larger enemies of the game. The chainsaw lets you kill enemies in one blow, which gives you a ton of ammo considering that you probably won't have enough gas to keep using it over and over again. But in my personal opinion, the crown jewel of Doom's weapons is the super shotgun. It's got a small mag, being a double barrel and all, but it's worth using because you can just absolutely kill everything you ever want to in a very small amount of hits. You can also get it to fire 4 shots instead of just 2, and then you've got yourselves an absolute freaking unit! But of course, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm talking about the BFG. For those of you who don't know, this ain't the big friendly giant BFG. This BFG stands for BFG is Doom's most powerful weapon. It only holds 3 shots at a time, but when you do have ammo for it, you charge up a shot which basically insta-kills everything in its path. And like everything else in Doom, it looks really cool. Now Doom's gameplay is really good and all, but that's not the only amazing part of the game. There's also the soundtrack. The best way I can describe Doom 2016's soundtrack is that it's a mix between metal and dubstep. But don't worry, hold your horses a little there, because it works very well. The soundtrack also plays a huge part in making you feel like a badass, even when you're not actively in combat, like the part where Samuel Hayden goes,
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
And it just cuts to at Doom's gate as Doom Guy punches the freaking screen. Tell me that's not awesome. Moments like these basically give the player the impression that they have the power to do whatever they want, whenever they want, and no one or nothing in the entire universe is going to stop them because they're Doom Guy, baby. Aw, yeah! The game also has a lot of secrets and Easter eggs which reward the player for exploring the areas that Doom has to offer. There are even some ways to get the weapons you usually get later in the game early through exploring those secret areas. All in all, Doom does a pretty good job of making sure the players who want to go off the beaten path have the ability to, and will be glad for doing so. Now, the Doom Guy is a voiceless character, which means he has no dialogue in the entire game. This adds to the theme of the player feeling awesome while playing Doom. Doom Guy is a vessel of which you control and use to slay demons in the coolest way possible. Doom doesn't try to make you listen to a huge backstory about Doom Guy or watch a cutscene about how he feels about everything that's going on. Like, oh, today I was really, really upset because this guy just came up and punched me in the face and I blew his head off. This is because it doesn't matter what Doom Guy feels about everything that's going on. You, the player, are the one in control of the game. And Doom Guy is meant to take your control and just put it on the best steroids that he can find. In Doom, you put yourself in the shoes, or rather suit, funny, of Doom Guy. You're not controlling a character that chooses to do or say things that you may or may not approve of. In Doom, you essentially are the character. Alright, that got a bit too weird for my liking, so let's move on. All of this is what makes Doom a breath of fresh air for the shooter genre. In comparison to the repetitive, slow, cover-based shooters that have become so heavily popular over the years, Doom encourages the player to run right into the face of danger and punch it as hard as they can. The original Doom, like the one from 1993, was one of the first FPS games, and it played a very large role in popularizing the FPS genre in the first place. Doom 2016 took the old formula from the original Doom in 1993 and then added a new coat of paint onto it in the best way possible. Doom 2016 learned from the mistakes of other modern shooters around the time that it came out. The fans of the FPS genre were begging for a fast, fun, and action-packed FPS, not a first-person shooter game that focused too much on graphical quality and microtransactions, but not enough on gameplay. id Software knew what the people needed, and they gave the fans what they had been wanting for a very long time. They managed to create a reboot that recaptured the hearts of many old Doom fans, while also bringing in some new ones. I was one of the many new ones. And after the first playthrough of Doom that I had, it became my favorite shooter game. And nothing has even come close to it. Yet. I say that because Doom Eternal, the sequel to Doom 2016, is coming out in March of next year. It's one of my most anticipated games of 2020, along with Cyberpunk and The Last of Us Part 2. And let me tell you, Doom Eternal looks even more badass than the original. The super shotgun has a grapple hook, you can climb stuff, and they're even bringing back some of the old weapon skins and enemy skins from the original Doom series. Now, there's one reason that I'm entirely sold on Doom Eternal. Well, at least there's one main reason. There's many reasons, but the main reason is because you can do this. So let me just fill you in on what happened. That's a shotgun weapon mod that you put on the barrel of your shotgun, and it turns your shotgun into like a shotgun machine gun hybrid. I've said shotgun like 3 times. Wow. And the fact that that features in the game at all, and the fact that they put the animation of the rotating barrel in, so you can just see the barrel rotate as you burn through all of your rounds, because God knows you're going to have no ammo afterwards, shows that id Software is planning on being even more innovative with their next project, and they're putting all of their resources into it. Doom Eternal has so many new mechanics and ways to move around than the original Doom that I think are going to make the game an even more fluid and fun experience. And you could look at the new mechanics and be like, oh, there's too many, it's too complicated, but I think that once you do the first couple levels, you'll have the new mechanics down immediately, and you'll just immediately familiarize yourself with the new mechanics and play Doom Guy like you normally would, except you don't even realize it's a new Doom Guy, which I think would be pretty awesome, but maybe I'm having high hopes. But overall, I am so freaking hyped! Alright, that's the end of the video. Make sure, just do regular stuff like subscribe, maybe, just maybe, if you want to. You don't have to, but it's encouraged. I play video games sometimes. I'm a gamer. I play on Twitch. Twitch.tv/tangibleNothings. I don't know why I read it out loud, but I did anyway. I'm going to be making some more of this stuff, so stick around. Anyway, yeah. Doom's pretty awesome.